Hey beautiful YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. I am so nervous. I don't know why, but this is the most exciting YouTube video that I have ever done in my entire life. This is like take 384 at this point, but I published a book. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a while, I love you guys. I have been on an up and down roller coaster through life with mental health and just a lot of things going on with me that I've kind of taken a break from YouTube. I've gone back and forth where I'm like, I'm back. No, I'm not back. I don't know what I'm doing. But one of the things I've always wanted to do was to write a book, and I didn't think it was possible. I've always loved writing poetry for as long as I can remember, and most of it has stayed on my phone. It hasn't really gone anywhere. It's just like a coping mechanism that I've used, and I've put this book off for so long because it's kind of me out in the world very naked. Like, I am putting it all out there, but the whole point of me doing this book is if I can help one person not feel alone in the world that has been through mental health issues, trauma. I can't use the R word in YouTube because they will take my video down, but R word, SA, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can Google it. But a lot of bad things that the world can bring. I have felt alone, and I wish I had a book to kind of make me feel like I wasn't crazy going through a lot of struggles in life. So I finally went out and got a notebook, and I was like, okay, I'm going to write everything down and just see if I can come up with something that makes sense, that isn't just a bunch of random poems, that has like kind of some structure. So I have my grandma's some of her pictures in here, but this is where it all started. If you haven't guessed, that this is the name of my book, Whispers and Shadows, but I just kind of wrote everything out, not any really structure. It was just kind of willy-nilly. There's been a lot of editing that has gone on. I just hit my face with the book. There has been a lot of editing going on since this, but after this, I did my first manuscript, which was a little bit crazy because I've never done anything like this before. Like, everything I've kind of had to just teach myself from the bottom up. This is my first manuscript. The tabs were a lot crazier in the beginning because I was like, okay, I need some type of chapters. I need some cohesion. My poetry book there's a lot of trigger warnings in the beginning. So if you've been through trauma, if you've had mother issues, a lot of mental health struggles, this book is for you. But if you are not mentally prepared to kind of go through that journey, then you might need to take your time reading the book. After my first kind of go through with this manuscript, I finally came up with this big boy, which I just needed to visually see everything how exactly I wanted it, editing it, taking out pages, adding some new poems that kind of made sense with everything. And then Barnes & Noble gives you like a formatting guide, which this was probably the hardest thing of writing the entire book, was learning how to format. I am not a computer genius. I have only been an Apple Mac person for a little while, so trying to figure out how to format my book was the hardest part of everything. So, are you guys ready to finally see? Oh, my baby. Oh my goodness. I don't know why my heart is like pounding. All right. So there's a lot of fingerprints on this book because I have oily fingers, all right? So, all right, here is my book. This is Whispers and Shadows. Do not mind all of my fingerprints. I have gone through this so many times, and obviously touching it with oily fingers has left some residue. But this is the cover. This is my book. This is the back of the book. I have my own barcode. This is okay. I don't know how to do this type of video. Like, I never thought that this would be a thing. So first, I cannot thank Kevin enough, Capture Rose Photography. He's my photographer for literally like all of the projects that I've done since I've been in Florida. And this is a visual dark poetry book. So we spent hours going through concepts, and he helped me design this gorgeous cover. Is it gonna focus? Oh my goodness. These are all like doll heads from my house. And I wanted something that had like a little bit of a spooky kind of font to it. Oh my goodness. Now most poetry books, I wish I had one, but they're all upstairs. They're usually about this thickness or smaller. I was kind of having trouble, like, oh my gosh, I need a book that's like this chunky, but I'm very proud of what this is. So I'm gonna read the back of the blurb to you right here. It says, step into the shadows of the human experience through dark poetry, mother issues, mental health struggles, abuse, and trauma laid bare. This visual journey is a short, intense plunge into darkness, hoping to reach someone who feels just as deep in the nightmares life can bring. Sorry, that makes me really emotional because I still cannot believe this has happened. Now, I was so scared to tell my story for so many reasons. And a lot of this has to do with the abusive relationship that I've had with my mother. And I'm sorry. I do talk about how I was RAPED, and this is me in a book. And with poetry, you can express yourself without having to fully tell all the details and all the graphic things, but also get a point across in a beautiful way. I'm gonna show you, I don't want to spoil anything too much, so I'm gonna show you like one of my favorite parts, like visual parts in the book. Oh my gosh, Kevin killed it so much. I can't thank him and his wife enough. His wife, Cassia, thank you so much. She was the one who was all the spooky hands in this book, and she is the sweetest person ever. And this was a very emotional photo shoot for me. So having someone so sweet and caring being kind of like the scary visual aspect of the photo shoot meant so much to me as well. There are, how many chapters did I do? 1, 2, 4 chapters. I have a mental health chapter, the chapter where I talk about the abuse, demons, things of that nature. I have my mother chapter, and then the last chapter is dealing with grieving and also the happy memories that I have with my grandma. I don't know if this video is doing this book justice. I hope that you can pick this up. I also have some doodles and some interactive parts where I have some of my drawings in here, and I reach out to the reader to doodle as well. This is a very interactive visual poetry book, but it is my heart, it's my soul. I am scared, but I am very hopeful that I can help someone. I don't want to give away too much of it because I feel like it's a journey, and I hope that you want to take this journey. This book is available on the Barnes & Noble website. I'm gonna leave all that information in the description down below. I cannot believe that this has happened, and like I said, I hope this video comes across of how important this is for me. Like I said, I wanted to do this extravagant video where I got all fancy and, you know, but that's just not life. And I've had a rough last week, and today's the first day I actually feel like a human. But I hope you guys go pick it up. I am selling it for $15.99, and yeah, I cannot wait for you guys to see all the images that Kevin did for this book, my doodles, all of my words. I don't know, is that enough to talk about it? I don't know. If you guys want me to talk more about it later or read a poem from the book, let me know. I might do that. Let me just throw my book around. I could do that on Instagram. I don't know. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for the support. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoy seeing kind of the deepest, darkest parts of me. I feel so much better putting all of my trauma laid bare in this book in hopes that you don't feel alone. So I love you guys, and until next time, I will see y'all beautiful people later. Bye.